Mag's suit stretched again, tore open. Blood fountained outwards, bits of flesh sprayed, and a snake-like thing the size of Billy's arm flashed needle-pointed teeth in the dim starlight as it emerged from the dying girl. Hello, hi, welcome back to In Between the Lines. First of all, I'm very sorry for the late upload. I've had to remake this video a good few times because YouTube had a thing, and it would not accept any video, unfortunately, but hopefully this has gone up, so it's all good. But yeah, welcome back to In Between the Lines. Today we are talking about, you can't see it because of the green screen, I keep forgetting. I'll just put it up somewhere, maybe here somewhere. We're talking about Earth Hive by Steve Perry. So the rough outline of the story is that it revolves around two characters. We have Corporal Wilkes, and then we have a young girl named Billy. Now, the way that these two characters know each other is that many years ago, when Billy was a wee little shitling and Wilkes was doing what Wilkes does, there was an outbreak on a planet, and Wilkes saved Billy. They were the only ones that survived. Everyone else got absolutely destroyed, and they basically went their separate ways. Wilkes kind of ended up in a sort of prison for drug use, and Billy is in a psych ward because basically the scientists tried to wipe her memory, but the wipe didn't fully take. She has nightmares about the xenomorphs. Wilkes is taken out of the jail by the higher ups, and they're like, yo, there's been sightings of these things, they are real, you were right, and we actually need your help. We want you to go capture a live one. Wilkes says, how about fuck no? And then one of the higher ups basically says, just so you know, Billy is on this very planet that you're on, and she's in a psych ward. They're doing these horrendous medications on her to try and stop her from having these things, but nothing seems to be working, but they're going to keep doing it. So he's like, okay, I'll do it, but I'm breaking her out. And that's what he goes and does. At the same time this is happening, religion does what religion does and fucks shit up. There is this crazy religious nut who has, him and his sheep basically are saying that this xenomorph that they've seen is the Messiah. And their whole thing is that they are breaking it out so it can go do its Messiah deeds all along Earth, spreading its seed far and wide. And that is why it is called Earth Hive. So I'm going to go into the pros and cons of things. I'm going to go into the cons first and then get onto the good stuff. So, cons. It is, this kind of little thing, it was kind of more of a pet peeve of mine, is that it was repetitive when it described a xenomorph. Of course, it talks about the xenomorphs, like the face, the head, how large and like strange and alien it is, but it always describes them as insects. It goes, "Oh, this alien is insects-like," and that's all it really says about anything else about them. Is, "Oh, it's got a big head." Take that as you would, take that as you will. But it also, it's insect-like. That's all I know. Insect-like, insect-like, insect-like. That's all it says. And it was just a little pet peeve. I was like, maybe try and describe it a different way. The other thing that annoys me, because I'm so used to them being called the other way, the engineers are called collectors in this. I guess because they collect things. But I'm so used to them being called engineers from the movies and everything else. The other thing is, it compares the xenomorph homeworld to an anthill. And anthills are not scary. Ants are not scary. I've had many ant farms that have thrived and died. But ants are not scary. The main big thing for me is that when going into this book with the franchise, like, I'm a whole of the franchise. I've gotten really into it because of one of my very close friends named Hope. Is that I want to know more about the aliens, the xenomorphs, I want to delve into that more. This book does not do that. It basically focuses on the two characters, Wilkes and Billy. And like the corporation is kind of like mixed in there, but the aliens and xenomorphs, they're not even second. They're way back in the distance. Like, they're not even at the front. It's just more about the how this friendship and everything blooms with these two people. But really, it's, I want to know more about the aliens, the xenomorphs. I want to learn something new about it because I know there's different kinds, because compared to like what hosts they take, you know, they change, and I want to know more into that. Okay, so the pros. I'm going to sneeze. No, it's gone. Never mind. Okay, so the pros. Chapter 5, the formats in the book actually changed into script, and I actually like that because it was basically doing like, this is a top secret recorded video of these scientists, and it's like in script form, and I loved the idea of that. I love it when books like kind of go that separate way to change things, to give it more of like a different perspective. The other thing that I absolutely love about the book is that it talks about the first movie. It talks about the ship, the engineer slash collector, of what these scientists think, that how it happened, how it got here, why the eggs were there, and all that sort of stuff. I love that it has ties to that. Like, that will always be a good, like, first movie. It's always gonna have a special place for a lot of people. The other thing that I actually realized that they actually delved into is that they were saying that the chess hosts burst when, well, they burst faster when the host is scared, and it explains why in like the movies why the chest bursting was at different rates. And I loved that. Like, that's what I want more in the book. And obviously, like in all the movies, in this book, there is always... Just like in most movies, well, in all the movies, there is an android reveal. And I'm not going to go into that anymore. Others will have to make their ideas, their minds up on what that is. So, the conclusion. I did enjoy Earth Hive. Steve Perry is a very good science fiction writer. Would I say he's my favorite? No. There's still a lot out there that I've not read, so I still need to make up my mind on a lot of things. I will be reading more of his books. I know he's also written with his daughter. So yeah, I've still got the other 2 books. I'm gonna read them too, and I'll try and find some more. I love that it referenced the original movie. If you are a fan of the franchise and you're looking for something that is more with the xenomorphs, I would not say this is the book for you, but if you're just a normal fan of the franchise and you just want to read something, definitely go for this. It's not a bad book. I just kind of wish it was more with the xenomorphs. I see some with an alien. I want them a bit more in the, the front and center. If you have read this book, tell me your thoughts. Also, if you've read another book from the franchise that you think would be a good idea to read, let us know down below. I would appreciate it. We have also been doing a live reading of Aliens Earth Hive on my Twitch. Links are down below. Don't forget we do have a Discord and all the other social medias next to the Twitch and Discord. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. Stay awesome. And yeah, be good.